So I wanted to interview ChatGPT about how to grow an online education business. And I thought, well, who better to talk to and who better to bring on this video than ChatGPT itself? And so I've got it set up in voice mode. I have some questions here where we're going to take AI through a series of questions where we're going to move from the big picture to the practical, to the tactical, to the immediate action. So most people will talk about how to use AI or give it prompts or whatever. I just wanted to interview it myself. I just wanted to have you hear from the horse's mouth what actually to do. And I wanted to really lay in this idea that the people that will be the richest in the future, the people that will have job security, that won't get taken out by AI, are going to be the people that actually know how to talk to it, know how to use it to create systems and agents and create things that people will need in the world. And so it's not that it's going to replace you. It's just going to replace the people that don't know how to communicate with it. And my goal is to help you do that. Now, we run several school communities. We've built online education businesses ourselves. We've helped hundreds, if not over 1,000 people now create six figures, over 100 people create seven figures. We've won the school games and we do this, and we make several $1,000,000 a year right now with an online education business. And that's why I'm so adamant about showing you how to use these tools. And so I took some notes here. I've got notes, some questions that I'm going to ask ChatGPT. We're just going to talk with it. We're going to communicate and we're going to see what it has to say. But this should feel really cool. It should feel like a great conversation. I did another video similar to this that I was showing people how to talk to ChatGPT to create videos if they have trouble creating videos. And I'll link that video down in the description. But that one had over 30,000 views really quickly. And people found it very valuable. And when you learn how to communicate with this software, this AI, whatever you want to call it, it's going to completely change the way you show up. You're going to be faster. You're going to be better. You're going to be able to show what your real persona is and the taste and the creativity that you have, because ChatGPT and AI and stuff like that, it's really good at one of the emotional intelligences out there. There's really just these three types of intelligence. You have analytical, you have creative, and then you have emotional. It's already got analytical dialed down. You have to be the person that can refine, make things better. You have to have the taste. You have to know what's good, what's bad. And you need to know how to continue to talk to it to refine it. A lot of people just give it a prompt and then they're like, okay, well, that's it. That's the prompt. This is the output that it gave me. But that's only where it starts. Once you start talking to it, you have to have a deeper and deeper conversation with it. I think you're going to learn in this video how you can use connecting with AI in a voice way, asking it the right questions and listening to it. You're going to find that you can create things so quickly. You can create an online education business so quickly that's actually valuable. They said that the millionaires of the future will be the people that can communicate with AI. If you look around, all of the top experts and the people that own the most successful companies, they're all telling you this. It's everywhere. Learn how to communicate to it. Learn how to talk to it. It's not just learning how to use the tools. That's just part of it. It's actually knowing how to talk to it to get the tools to work. It's knowing how to talk to it to get everything to happen for you, to create the systems, to create the workflows, to create the agents that are going to go out there and do the work. Let's jump in. Let's talk to this thing. And if you want to learn how this really is working, I have more information down in the description for you on that. But make sure you ask your questions down in the comments, because in videos in the future here, I'm going to be pulling up all your questions and going through those questions here on YouTube. That way you have more value coming to you each day in this world of how to use AI and school and YouTube and all of these things together to create a profitable, highly profitable recurring revenue online. So let's jump into it. I'm going to unmute ChatGPT and we'll get this going. So how's it going today?
Doing pretty well. I'll keep it real with you. I'm ready to dive in and have some fun with whatever you throw my way. So let's jump right in and keep it practical and maybe toss in a clever line or two when it fits.
Yeah, so basically what I wanted to do was I wanted to interview you and ask you about how to grow an online education business. And I have a bunch of questions that I want to ask you, and hopefully you just give us your best foot forward and help us understand this. beings that know everything. We're going to basically take it through the big picture, and then we'll work into the practical, and then we'll get into the tactical, and then we'll go right into the immediate action.
Absolutely. Let's do it. I'm all in for that. So we'll zoom out to the big picture, get straight into the nuts and bolts, and then hammer down into what you can do right away. I'll throw in my best no sugarcoating advice and a little clever humor if it fits. Fire away with your questions whenever you're ready.
Got it. So why is now the best time to actually use AI to build an online education business?
Well, here's the straight shooting answer. Right now is the best time because the AI tech is basically like having a super smart sidekick who never sleeps. It's making content creation and personalization faster and cheaper than ever. Plus, everyone's talking about AI right now, so it's like riding the wave while it's at its peak. Think of it as having the best toolbox at the best time in history. And yeah, it's pretty practical to jump on it before everyone else does.
Got it. Okay. So tell me, what's broken about the old way of building an online course or coaching business, and how does AI fix that?
Absolutely. Let's just call it like it is. The old school way of building an online course or coaching business was kind of like trying to handcraft every single piece of the puzzle from scratch. It was time consuming, a bit clunky, and honestly, a lot of repetitive work. You had to do all the heavy lifting on content, personalization, and scaling up. Now, here comes AI to basically throw a turbo boost on the whole process. It can automate the boring stuff, personalize learning experiences for each user, and let you focus on the creative or strategic bits. In other words, it just fixes the whole slog of doing everything manually and lets you scale without losing your sanity.
Nice. So let's go work into the core strategy here. We've got AI with combination of school, and then we add YouTube for the traffic. If someone's starting today with zero momentum, what's the exact blueprint to use AI plus school and YouTube together to grow?
All right, let's get right to the core strategy here. So, if you're starting from zero, here's the no fluff blueprint. First, you use AI to streamline your content creation. Think of it as your assistant that helps you draft lessons, personalize student interactions, and even come up with ideas so you're not staring at a blank page. Next, you use something like School as your community and course platform. That's your home base. It's where your students gather, where you build your membership, and where you deliver the goods. And it's all nice and tidy. Then you throw YouTube into the mix for traffic. YouTube's basically your megaphone. You create valuable content there that draws people in, and the nice thing is, AI can help you plan your video topics, maybe even generate some scripts or ideas so you're not spending forever in the planning stage. Put it all together, you got AI making you more efficient, School giving you a solid platform to host everything, and YouTube bringing in the eyeballs. That's your blueprint in a nutshell. Keep it simple, keep it smart, and you're off to the races.
Awesome. So that being said, how does AI help me figure out what my audience wants to learn so that I'm not just guessing?
Yeah, that's a super practical question. And here's the deal. AI is basically like having a little data detective on your side. It can look at trends, analyze what people are searching for, what questions they're asking online, and basically give you a cheat sheet of what your audience is hungry to learn. So instead of you just guessing and throwing spaghetti at the wall, AI helps you figure out exactly what topics are hot and what your audience really wants. It's like having a shortcut to reading their minds, so you can get right to the point and deliver exactly what they need.
Sweet. So let me ask you this. What role does school play in building recurring income? And how does AI make running a school community easier?
Absolutely. Let's break it down. So, School is basically your clubhouse for building that recurring income. It's where your community lives, it's where you host your courses, your membership, and it's how you keep people coming back month after month. So, think of it as the place that actually makes that recurring revenue model possible. And how does AI make running it easier? Well, AI can help you automate a bunch of stuff behind the scenes. It can personalize messages for your members, help you figure out who's engaged and who might need a little nudge, and even help you come up with fresh content ideas so you're not burning out. Basically, AI is like your behind the scenes assistant that keeps your school community running smoothly so you can focus on the big picture and keep that recurring income flowing.
Great. So now, what's the smartest way to use AI for YouTube, both for content ideas and actually making videos that get views?
Absolutely. Let's cut right to it. The smartest way to use AI for YouTube is basically to let it be your behind the scenes strategist. On the content idea side, you can use AI tools to figure out what topics are trending, what questions your audience is asking, and where there's a gap you can fill. It's like a shortcut to knowing exactly what will resonate. And on the video creation side, AI can help you optimize your titles, your thumbnails, even suggest the best time to post. Basically, it helps you not just make videos, but make videos that actually get views. So you're working smarter, not harder, and giving your channel the best shot at growing.
Awesome. Well, I want to jump into more of the practical and tactical side of building an online education business using AI. So, can you walk us through an example of using AI to turn one idea into a week of content across YouTube and school?
Let's dive right into that. So, here's a practical example. Let's say you have one core idea, like teaching a simple 3 step productivity method for online coaches. Now you use AI to break that idea into a week's worth of content. First, the AI can help you outline a YouTube video that introduces the 3 steps and gives a high level overview. Then you might have a second video diving deeper into step 1, a third video on step 2, and so on. AI can help you map out these topics in a logical way. Over on Pool, you take that same core idea and let AI help you turn it into daily discussion prompts or mini lessons for your community. Maybe one day you shoot a resource, the next day you do a quick AI generated quiz to reinforce the concept, and another day you drop a little personalized tip for each member based on what they're working on. In other words, you're taking one single idea, using AI to stretch it into multiple pieces of content across platforms, and giving your audience a full week of value without you having to reinvent the wheel each day. It's all about working smarter and letting AI handle the tactical details.
Yeah, no, that's super smart. So, let me ask you this. How can AI help with like the scary parts that most people avoid, like writing and editing or being on camera?
Absolutely. Let's cut right to it. AI is like your friendly ghostwriter and editor rolled into one, especially for those intimidating parts. If writing freaks you out, AI can help you draft scripts or even polish up your rough ideas so it doesn't feel like you're staring at a blank page. When it comes to editing, AI tools can speed up the process, suggest edits, or even cut out awkward silences so you look like a pro. And if being on camera is the scary part, AI can help you practice, generate talking points, or even create a teleprompter like experience so you feel more confident. In other words, if AI's got your back on all those things people usually dread, making the whole process a lot less scary and a lot more doable.
Yeah, I totally agree. So with the last question in this section anyway, what's one low-hanging fruit way AI can save someone 10 hours a week in their business right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So, one super low hanging fruit way that AI can save you a solid 10 hours a week is by automating your content repurposing. Basically, you create one piece of content, like a video or a blog post, feed it into an AI tool, and let it slice and dice that into multiple formats. It can spit out social media posts, summaries, email newsletters, all that good stuff. So, instead of you manually rewriting or reformatting things over and over, AI just hands you those extra pieces on a silver platter. That alone can easily free up hours every single week. It's a simple but pretty game-changing way to let AI do the busy work so you can focus on the big stuff.
Got it. So just a few more things to wrap up here, a few more questions. I got about 4 questions left. This is more on the future and the action side of what people can do. What mistakes do people most make when trying to use AI in their business, and how do we avoid them?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's jump right into that. So, one of the biggest mistakes people make is either overcomplicating it or expecting AI to be a magic wand that does absolutely everything perfectly from day one. The truth is, you want to start simple. People sometimes try to overhaul their entire business with AI all at once, and it just becomes overwhelming. So, the key is to pick 1 or 2 areas where AI can make a clear difference, get comfortable with that, and then expand from there. Another common mistake is not really training or fine tuning the AI to fit your business. If you just plug it in and never tweak it, you might not get the best results. So the fix is to spend a little time teaching it what you need, giving it feedback, and letting it learn. In other words, keep it simple at the start, don't expect it to solve everything overnight, and fine tune as you go. That way you avoid the overwhelm and get the most out of it.
Yeah, that's definitely going to help people skip over those potholes. That's great. So let me ask you this now. If someone wanted to make their first $1,000 online using AI, Skool, and YouTube, what exact steps would you tell them to take this month?
Absolutely. Let's get right down to a practical game plan. If someone wants to make that first $1,000 online using AI, Skool, and YouTube, here's the blueprint I'd give them for this month. First, pick a niche or a topic that you can teach that people actually want to learn about. Use AI to help you figure out what's trending or what people are searching for so you know you're hitting a hot topic. Second, create a simple offer. Maybe it's a small course or a coaching program hosted on Skool. Doesn't have to be huge, just something valuable that solves a clear problem. Third, use AI to map out a week's worth of YouTube content that warm with people up to your offer. Post those videos, share value, and point them towards your Skool community where they can get even more. Finally, keep it simple and direct. Use your videos to invite people into a low-cost introductory offer and let your Skool community do the rest. With a clear, valuable offer and a little AI help to streamline the process, you can get those first sales rolling in by the end of the month.
That's awesome. Very helpful. So looking forward, how will AI change the way we think about building education businesses over the next 2 to 3 years?
Absolutely. Let's just jump right into the future, Len, here. So, over the next couple of years, AI is going to make building education businesses way more personalized and way more efficient. We're talking about a shift where instead of one size fits all courses, AI can help tailor learning experiences to each student's needs almost automatically. It means you'll be able to offer super customized learning paths without a ton of extra work. Plus, AI is going to take a lot of the gut work off your plate so you can focus more on creativity and strategy rather than just admin tasks. In short, AI is going to make the whole process leaner, more adaptive, and a lot more human friendly, ironically, because you'll have more time to connect with your learners. So the next 2 to 3 years are really about more personalized, more scalable, and more innovative education businesses thanks to AI.
Awesome. And just to wrap up, if you had to sum it up in one line, why should every coach, consultant, or expert learn to use AI, Skool, and YouTube right now?
Absolutely. Here it is in one line. Every coach, consultant, or expert should jump on using AI, Skool, and YouTube right now because it's the fastest way to build a personalized, scalable, and feature proof business that stands out from the crowd.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate everything. And what's the easiest way for them to learn this using Make Once? Like, where should they go to learn this? And how does Make Once help them speed this whole entire process up?
Absolutely. And let's just get right to it. If you want the easiest way to learn all of this, Make Once is basically your go to. It's like your shortcut or your fast track. You dive into Make Once, it gives you the step by step on how to put all these pieces together AI, Skool, YouTube, and it just speeds up the whole process. So you're not figuring it out on your own. So if you want to learn it quickly, head over to Make Once and it'll walk you through and get you up to speed in no time.
Awesome. Thanks. So, there you see how this can work, right? And like it said, if you want to learn how to do this faster, easier, better, then just go down in the description and go check out Make Once. I walk you through every single thing. And here's the kicker. Because I want to keep the quality of Make Once high, and I just want people that are serious about building $1 million per year recurring revenue business, because that's our goal, is to get 1,000 people to make $1 million a year recurring with an online business. And if you want to learn that, if you want to be a part of that, and you want to be a part of the group that gets locked in, you'll want to get in now, because right now it's very inexpensive. It's like the price of a steak dinner. But every 100 members, I'm increasing the price $50 per month. So you can lock in right now. We do weekly calls. We do Monday prompt packs. We have a Friday ship day to keep you accountable, keep you on task. Frankly, it's an incredible way for you to learn this in a very simple way. It comes with an app where you can learn on there. You can learn on the computer. So in essence, you can learn it anywhere at any time on your own pace. And you can actually talk to me and you can talk to others about how to do this, which will make it all faster. And this future proofs your income because, as we have talked about and as I'll continue to hammer, the most successful people in the future are going to be the ones that know how to communicate to these tools like I did here today, and then teach it how to actually do the things that you need done for you so that you can be more personable. You can be more creative. You can be more supportive with your group. All the heavy lifting gets done. All you have to do is be there for your people, guide them, support them, and you can live a life of your dreams. You can do things you never thought were possible. If you would have asked me if my life would have been like this, even just a handful of years ago, I would have not believed you. It's incredible. I hope you found this valuable. I hope you see kind of what it can do and how you can even create content this same way. So hope you have a good day. Hope this was helpful, and ask your questions down below, and I'll see you in the next video.